let's talk Atlas. Atlas, he's got the whole world on his back, and no wonder it's upside down. This is the Atlas. It's the Kubey Atlas KU328 in denim blue, I guess. It says denim. Okay, I'll go with that. This is the Jelly Jerry design in 14C28N. And you go, hold on. I know I've seen an Atlas in titanium. Yeah, maybe you have. Maybe you have, my friend. Of course, it's upside down, too. What is my problem? Yes, this is the original Atlas. That when it came out, I was just like, whoa. And check this out. Number one, S35EN Jelly Jerry. Now, these are not terribly expensive, but I'm not sure if you can get them anymore. That's the problem. Because I went on the Kooby side. Sold out. There might be some kicking around here or there, whatever. I think I saw these under 200 at one time, not that many months ago. So, good deal. And of course, S35 titanium. And then these are 80 smackers, and these are Sandvik steel. So, let's check it out because it's a smaller knife. It's not as big. This is big. This is humongous. In fact, let's just start out getting a kind of an idea of what the original Atlas was like, just as far as, see what I'm saying, down here almost 4, 3.8, inch blade, and 8 3/4 overall length. Big dog. And I love it because it's a big dog. And I had one, it wasn't number one, but I got number one on a trade from a guy, so I sold the one I had. This one is dropsy crazy. This one is super fidget friendly, and I got a discount code underneath, so instead of like $80, you get 10% off at least. And I can't remember on the shipping thing. I don't remember paying tax though. So yeah, and and you can get, I think you can get this, well, if you saw that with the black G10 and just a silver blade instead of a black blade. You don't really need a coated blade on 14C. It's pretty corrosion resistant. But okay, and maybe it looks kind of cool, tough guy, with this design. I mean, this design is kind of not, not a sophisticated gent, piece of art. This is more like, back alley bad boy type look to it. It's like the little bulldog, and it's not real big though. Not like the original. So it's smaller. It's under 3.5 inch. You can call it 3.35, 3.5, whatever. And anywhere from 87 to 90 millimeter. 7.35, so it's under 8 inches, okay, and under 20 centimeters overall. And just finish the specs up. 13 millimeter, 0.51, half an inch. Looks like 3 millimeter blade thickness at 0.11. So okay. And will it cut anything? Need you ask? So one thing I probably shouldn't say, but I'm going to say because I never edit myself very much. I'm not good at censoring my own speech. I leave that up to social media. They're good at it. But $80. They've really, if you're looking at some of the best tech and others, they're climbing up. I mean, back in the day, remember $52, that was minimum advertised, and then maybe a discount on top of that gets you in the 40s. Yeah, I'm not seeing that anymore. And, my Civivi one that I just had in my hand not too long ago, wherever it went to. But, is $80. And so, wow. Yeah. Yikes. Supply chain? What is this? And we got jimping up here. You know, I'm just a cheap ass though, so just chalk it up to that. Never want anything to change, and the Model T doesn't cost $400 anymore, and you know, that kind of thing. So, wow, that thing drops, so doesn't it? And you can finger flick it. This thing, I just noticed, you know, when I got this, how insane this is, and I don't know. I mean, it's not necessarily the same as the Monster Dog. I got the Monster Dog too. Remember the one in titanium, the Brutus? This one, it now, who knows, you know, do a little pivot adjustment, maybe. But this is a little bit more hydraulic. That's the Monster Dog. Check that out. that's a little beast. But the Atlas, yeah, slender in the hand, good ergos, Jelly Jerry design, does a good job. Put your finger up here, get into it. You know, it's nice and sharp. Yeah, I like the blade shape, very usable. You know, a lot of things I'm doing is I'm cutting. You know, I'm cutting things, doing this, opening boxes, doing a lot of stuff like that. And this works really well as kind of a utility blade. And then again, I mean, you could actually use it in the kitchen, and 14C is not uncommon for kitchen knives to be, you know, of that material. So, I mean, you can use it there. You can do a lot of different things with it, and it's not that heavy either. So under 8 inches, let's throw it on here. 109 grams, so no, it's not very heavy. And let's roll it around to ounces, where Americans deal. Okay, 3.8 ounces, under 4 ounces. And you know what? This pass-through is real easy. It's jimped here. There's your liner. Nothing could be finer than an easy to disengage liner in the morning. Right there, and it just walks around with you. Now, I mean, you know, yours, if you get one, may be more not as drop shutty, and that may just be to how this pivot was tightened down on assembly. Who knows, you know. But it's kind of fun. Now let's see when I get done disassembly and putting it back together, if it rolls back around this way, you know. Nothing like screwing up a good deal. But yeah, I mean, you know, you get your finger up here, you can get up on this blade, you can do a lot of stuff. Reverse grip, feels comfortable in the hand. Pocket clip is a nice deep carry with flat screws, and you can flip it to the left-hand side. Although, because it's a liner lock, it favors the right hand, right? The liner on this side does. 30% lockup, easy to disengage, real easy to get through the pass-through and knock that down. Plus, the flipper tab itchy on the thumb. It's already over the detent ball very quickly. Detent's pretty light on this knife, so there's another way of opening it. And yet, it keeps it super fidget friendly. Easy to finger flick. If it was a real stiff detent, that might be more of a pain. So, you know, hey, I'm liking it. I wish this was stonewash and this was natural G10 like the Monster, you know, because you could really dye the shit out of it and make it purple, blue, whatever color you want, or whatever, or just a gray with a silver. Instead, they got black with a silver, so if they give me a few more colored choices, it'd be nice, but, you know, if a frog had wings, right? So you can't do everything for everybody all the time. Check this out, okay? Number 8, yeah. Okay, so we got number 8 body screws. Let's just figure probably the pocket clip is number 6. Okay, they're number 6s. But at least you can flip it and go left-hand carry. Open design, easy to clean. You got a little, that looks like really, these are the standoffs here, and then this is more for like a little lanyard to get wrapped around there because they don't have a hole through it, which is fine. Actually, I'm okay with not having a specific lanyard hole, especially if it's not going to be tubed through a black backspacer. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And the pocket clip is fine. It flattens off right there. So the lip of your pocket just goes right under here. Yeah, that's good. It's good to go. And it's almost, 3.5-inch blades, so it's relatively decent size, pretty much a full-size EDC. Throw it out with the Paramilitary 2. Paramilitary 2 is 8 1/4. And let's line up the blades. It's not far off. I mean, you got to figure you got this running down here equal to that. It's not far off the PM2. Handle length, it's shorter. That's for sure. And if you run, let's see, just like the Elementum, the full-size Elementum. Yeah, hold on, let's flip it just for, so you can see perspective-wise. It's really pretty much dead on with the Elementum. So, and this is the, the full-size Elementum. I call it the full-size Elementum. It's a button lock. They did 3.5-inch blades. So, what you think? Not heavy, not too big, not too small. Great action. 14C, I'm good with that. $36, I'd be really good with that. And I'll just aggravate Kooby by saying things like that. But yeah, I mean, shit. We all want the deal, right? But you've got G10 on here, so that's nice and grainy, and there's grip there. So you got grip. You got grip too. I always like the Atlas, and it's a lot less expensive than the Mongo Atlas. And I mean, Mongo Atlas is more than 4 ounces. You think? Come on. 3.78. Here we go. And no. Just about double that. So yeah, it's, yikes, 6.3. Okay, yes, it's bigger. It's way bigger, and more expensive too. So if you want a taste of this for something that you could just throw in your pocket and not have to worry about snail trails developing or whatever, you know what I mean? Then maybe this is for you. This would probably be more than likely. I'm not going to carry around number 1, right? So I'm probably going to carry this little dog and not have to think twice about it. And really, what a fidgety little fiend it is. So we ain't going to take it apart in the front, are we? Let's do the pocket clip, shall we? And kick it in. There goes one. Boy, really fit on the end of that, on that Torx bit, didn't it? Pulled it right on through. Okay, now you gonna come out? Yeah, okay. Yeah, number 1 here is longer. Number 2, not so long, so remember that. And that's because number 1, the long one goes into the standoff here. Number 2 just goes into the liner. So, okay, now let's get us a real bit here. Number 8. Quit playing around with the little number 6 girls. And a number 8 body screw. And, hey, no problems with the hardware. It's holding up just fine. All right. Now let's kick it open, and it falls apart. And it falls apart. And here's your skeletonized liner with your ceramic detent ball. And baby, they skeletonized it. And oh, there's the little lanyard pin still sticking in there. It could fall out real easy. Okay, and like it just did. Okay, just remind me to put that back in there when I put it back together. Okay, and here's the bearings, ceramic bearings. And they had some light little lube in there, but it's not dirty. Nothing like having a brand new knife that you really didn't need to take apart because it didn't need to be cleaned. But there's some guys just like prefer their own stuff and or just check it out and or whatever. So do their own kind of preventive maintenance, etc., etc. So here it is. I mean, for what it's worth. And here's the pivot, by the way. So pivot's a round pivot, but they're doing this little Civivi trot on here, like Civivi knives. Little notch there under the pivot cap that matches up with the notch here so it don't spin when you undo it on disassembly. Okay, let's see if we can reverse order on this and kick this on. Roll this around to where it will go flush. And that's right in there. There you go. Drop down. Throw some ceramic bearings on here. And grab my KPL knife pivot lube, in case you're wondering. And throw a blade on here. And we already got the blade stop installated. So we got that. Now, throw my bearings back in here. And got them knocked in. Oh, and you told me, don't forget my little lanyard pin. God save the Queen. And I think that's it. I think we're good. Okay, and I just knocked the lanyard pin out. I swear to God. Okay, come here. Come on, come on. Get back out of here. Mr. Lanyard Pin, you are a pain in the ass. Okay, come on. Roll around. Let's make sure we don't do that again. Okay, stay down. Now we got all these screws. We're good because we've got no internal screws. So let's hope I don't knock the... Okay, I didn't knock the lanyard pin out. Thank God for small favors. So let's get this baby locked down on the pivot. Okay, what do you think about putting a body screw back in? Not a bad little idea there. It's a number 8. And then we got the pocket clip in a number 6 Royale, and that is a deep hole for that sucker to get into. So let's push your ass in there. Come on. Now, before I get you too locked down, let's make sure we get this other little dog in there. And hopefully it clears this. Okay, it does. Okay. So let's get you. I'm going to push and turn. It probably should have gone in first, actually. Okay. So now that's into the liner. And now this will finish going into the standoff. Okay. Okay, so we're good there. Now just trying to figure out if I still have that. Oh, hold on. Let me wipe this down a little bit. Nah, I probably got a little vicious on that pivot, didn't I? Yeah, maybe. Let's back it off just a tad and see if we can get... Oh, we still got that crazy lazy drop now. Little bit guillotine-ish, but obviously you saw it's centered. No play. Still no play. Okay. So, okay. I mean, I'll leave it this way. You can always tighten it down a bit more and make it more hydraulic. This one just follows you around. So still maintain the kind of action that we had initially. Atlas. Smaller, lighter, more fidgety, definitely less expensive. Very useful though. I like the design, always like the design. That's why I got the big guy. So yeah, I'm good with the Atlas. And I like that monster dog too. Monster dog. Look at that. You see some some thumb studs on that baby? Whew. Yeah, so we'll talk about that one later. I'm going to leave you to it, my friends. Kubey Atlas. And we do love them knives. Thought I'd let you know about that. So you guys, stay sharp.